All right. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to video number one, the introduction video to the Ultimate Client Acquisition Masterclass. My name is Dakota Burford. I am the founder of Luxvoni.com, one of the fastest growing done-for-you marketing agencies in America, and I'm going to be instructing you and guiding you through this transformational journey that is going to change everything about the way you see client acquisition forever. Now, this masterclass that I present to you today is the culmination of over a decade of dedicated work. It is the introduction to the advanced psychology that lies at the heart of successful client acquisition. And I can promise you this, there is nothing like this out in the marketplace. No one's ever analyzed the psychology of this to this depth. So you are going to be in for an absolute treat. But the methodology that you're about to be exposed to, this is really founded in principles of psychology, neuroscience, and has been built and innovated and created through collaboration with some of the most brilliant minds in the world. But I must warn you, this masterclass is not for the faint of heart or for those with less than noble intentions. I've been extremely hesitant on releasing this to the public, as is powers can be easily misused if you have any intentions of engaging in unethical or criminal behavior. But if you're an individual watching this masterclass today and you got pure intentions, and you're committed to long-term success, you are in the right place, and the information that you're about to be exposed to has the power to completely transform your reality. Now, in this day and age, ladies and gentlemen, there's no shortage of books, courses, and podcasts on client acquisition. And yet, despite all the available information out there, there remained a great need for a resource just like this masterclass that could take the study to these particular subjects to an entirely different level. This masterclass will not be a collection of stories, tricks, and hacks. No, this is going to be a work of depth and substance. It is the world's first in-depth examination of the psychology that lies at the heart of real, true client acquisition. Now, the knowledge contained in the lessons ahead are unparalleled insight into the realm of client acquisition psychology. You're going to be exposed to a wealth of high-level tactics and strategies. You're going to get access to a variety of exercises that will help you internalize and integrate these principles into your subconscious mind. In the lessons to come, you will be consciously competent in many powerful topics that will include preloading psychology, sales funnel psychology, automation psychology, organic traffic, paid traffic, conversion rate optimization, marketing bias, 25 continental biases of human misjudgment, and many more. Super insightful insights that you're going to learn here. Now, at this point in today's video, you're probably wondering, okay, who is this guy and why is he qualified to teach me on client acquisition? So here is the short story. On February 16th, 2011, I started my journey in internet marketing. 5 years after that, I became relatively successful through my consulting practice, and my work caught the attention of Jordan Belfort, the Wolf of Wall Street. A few years after that, I became Jordan's CMO, and I found myself living with him at his beach home in Hermosa Beach, California. And about 6 months to a year after that, I kind of hit a little bit of a plateau in my personal earnings. And even though I was generating millions of dollars for Belfort's organization, I was still stuck at that $350,000 a year mark. And I don't know about you guys, but if you lived in California, definitely in Hermosa Beach, the place we were staying at was $35,000 a month. Hermosa Beach, very expensive place. Taxes are insane. So this $350,000 didn't really go that far. The mortgage payments, the country club memberships, the car payments, and all of my other recurring expenses, they just kept coming in every single month, right? So instead of focusing my energy on cutting my expenses and saving more money, I decided to focus on production and making more money via my consulting practice while I was still working and running all of Belfort's marketing. Now, not knowing where to start, I went back to the fundamentals that had made me somewhat successful to begin with, and I began to really train on client acquisition again, but instead of doing it for coursewares and things that I've been very successful at in the past, I wanted to kind of apply it to my consulting practice to where I could generate clients on the side from my work with Belfort and, increase that income a little bit and have a little bit more freedom. Well, let me tell you guys, after spending nearly 80 grand on my Amex, seeking advice from marketing experts and all these other gurus, I finally came to two very valid questions. The first question was, why did it seem like all the information I was consuming was regurgitated and respun information? And the second question I asked myself is, why did it also seem that all the training I was exposing myself to was backed by outdated theories, opinions, and experiences which were quite frankly subjective and had no true scientific evidence of actually working. This is where I came to the conclusion that the reason that a lot of people struggle with client acquisition, and the reason I was struggling with it when it came to my consulting practice, and I was unable to operate at my full potential and break through my current confinements, was because I didn't scientifically understand the psychology of human beings, which at the time made a hell of a lot of sense to me because, of course, it would be easier to influence and persuade something that you actually understand from a scientific level, right? Well, at this moment, I went down a rabbit hole. And this rabbit hole I could never come back from. This is where my intrigue of human psychology became my obsession, my passion, and my calling. And since then, I've been on a relentless pursuit of truth. I've traveled all over the world. I've had the privilege of working with and being mentored by some of the most well-known clinical psychologists and entrepreneurs. I've gone on to work with some of the biggest names in internet marketing. I helped scale a company from about 80 million to 1.9 billion in only 5 years. I have created, scaled, and sold multiple 8-figure businesses. And I currently consult for one of the largest venture capital groups here in the US, where I'm actually on a turn team and I'm in control of their marketing and sales for all the companies that they acquire. Now, I've personally, in the last 4 or 5 years, I've had multiple 6-figure days. I've had 7-figure months. And I literally made more money than I ever possibly imagined was possible for me. But the crazy thing was, probably just like you, I thought the only path to getting paid was to simply focus on getting paid. I thought the only way to achieve success in business was to work 16-hour days. I thought the balance was a joke, and I thought the only way that I could possibly see progress was to be extreme. I thought sedation, I thought the stress, I thought the chaos was just a part of being an entrepreneur. But thankfully, the client acquisition methodology that you're about to learn completely proved me wrong. Now, I'm not sharing this story with you today to brag. I'm sharing this story to inform you that I owe all of my personal success and all of my client success to this client acquisition methodology that you're getting ready to discover. This methodology has made my personal life very easy. It's allowed me to charge more, do less, and make more. It's forced my ideal prospects to chase me and even jump through hoops to get my attention. At first, I will have to admit, I thought it was luck. Eventually, I thought I had some type of golden boy syndrome. But then I realized this is just what happens when you become subconsciously competent in the psychology of this methodology, which is going to enable you to master client acquisition. Now, years later, I'm at a point in my life where my priorities have changed. I've found myself in a unique place to where I'm not really forced to chase money anymore. So now I can actually chase impact and only really focus on doing things I really enjoy and I'm very passionate about. So what has ended up happening here is I've now devoted my life to creating a movement that is not backed by theory, fluff, or a guru. It's a movement that doesn't rely on popular opinions or perceptions or biases. And it's a movement that, quite frankly, has created a new breed of entrepreneurs. And as you watch this video right now, this movement has created a bit of a revolution, and this Psychology Secrets methodology was born. Today, we're an emergent group of internet marketers, sales professionals, and psychologists and entrepreneurs that are on a collective mission to help folks just like you optimize your client acquisition. And now that we've put this Psychology Secrets methodology to the test over at Luxvoni.com for the last 7 years in the corporate world, we quickly came to the realization that this methodology, it doesn't just work for very large corporations with huge marketing budgets. What we found is it actually even works better for individual business owners who want to generate leads and clients for their product or service-based businesses. And the real key with all this is, as of now, all of our students and all of our clients, they're using this methodology to really evolve. Their lead gen's powered and optimized by sales funnels. Their conversion rates have doubled. Their revenue has doubled. And they've truly become masters of client acquisition and also client conversion in their businesses. Our students and clients are running both lean and mean organizations while their competitors struggle to fill their calendars with qualified appointments. Our clients are fully booked with prospects that are lining up to purchase their high ticket offers. And after hundreds of success stories, nearly $1 billion in revenue combined from all of our students and clients, we have decided to release this masterclass, revealing the entire process from top to bottom, to give you all the clarity that you desire and quite frankly deserve with no strings attached. So if you're watching this masterclass today, and let's say you're an entrepreneur, you're a C-suite executive, maybe you're a sales professional, you're a high-ticket closer, you're a marketer, you're a leader, you're a consultant, you're an attorney, you're a business owner, or you own a product or a service-based business, you are in the right place, and you are about to go on a journey that is going to equip you with the tools to master client acquisition and take your business to the next level. This masterclass is going to be completely insightful, and we are not going to hold anything back. I don't have anything to sell you here. I'm going to give it to you. And I want these results to speak for themselves. So here's what I want you to do next. This is just a short introduction video to give you some background on what this masterclass is going to be about and give you a little background on me since I'm going to be teaching you through this entire masterclass. But what I want you to do next is I want you to grab a notebook and a pen. I want you to take this next video in this masterclass very seriously. Once you get that notebook and a pen, I want you to head over to training number 2, which is literally labeled the psychology behind preloading. And in that video, we're going to dive into the details. I'm going to reveal something to you that is often overlooked by businesses all over the world. And we're going to be talking about how you can use the same preloading psychology that some of the biggest companies in the world use to social engineer the masses, to really hone in on their desires, to hone in on their ambitions, and market and sell to them in a way that doesn't even feel like marketing and sales. This particular video is going to blow your mind. It's not going to be too long. We're going to give you the bites, and then we're going to get into the real nitty-gritty, and we're going to have some fun. So I hope you enjoyed this little introduction video. Be ready, strap in, get ready for a hell of a journey, because I promise you, I'm going to change everything about the way you see client acquisition. Enjoy the day, and I'll see you on video number 2, which is titled The Psychology Behind Preloading. We'll talk to you soon.